I'd like to take a couple of moments to talk to people who own firearms, especially pistols and semi-automatic pistols. This is a message for all of you, but especially for those of you who are recently new purchasers of a handgun. You may have seen videos on places like YouTube, seeing people with a gun just like yours, whether it could be a Glock or a Taurus TX-22, at a firing range or standing out somewhere in the wilderness, take up their handgun, pull the trigger, and literally you see bullets flying out like nothing you've ever seen. What they have done is they have modified their handgun with a particular little item. Some people call it a switch, some call it an auto sear, or an FRT. Those are some of the words that are used to change that semi-automatic pistol into a fully automatic pistol when you hold down the trigger. Fires every round that you've got in the magazine. Now, here's something you need to know if you're new to handguns. Owning that little item, that little tiny control things, little switch it's called, there's pictures of it, you see what it looks like, or one of these auto sears that you see for the TX-22 in particular, that, my friends, is a violation of the National Firearms Act. If you own one of these, possess one of these, you can and will be charged with a felony. And that felony will get you 10 years in a federal penitentiary with up to a $250,000 fine and multiple years of supervised probation. Now, do you get full 10 years? Not necessarily. On Arizona, 19-year-old man, I correct that, he got 27 months. And recently, two 19-year-olds were arrested here in the state of Indiana, and they are also facing, well, what could be up to 10 years. It depends upon the judge, the circumstances, and a few other things that go with it. But suffice it to say that there are people out there that are selling these. Now, you can see what it looks like. They're actually marketing them, called an auto sear, to go in a TX-22. That's a Taurus model. Taurus makes a great product. It's a good line. I've got them. They're nice. But when you get in there, try to change it, turn it into from a semi-automatic, which means one time you pull the trigger, it shoots one time. You got to pull the trigger again to make it shoot another time. With these auto sears, they call them, FRTs, you hold down the trigger and it shoots every single round in that magazine, machine gun style. Now, like I said, you own one of these, you're facing 10 years in jail. You buy one of these and you'll be found with it, 10 years in jail. And even if you say, I didn't know it was illegal, doesn't excuse you. Ignorance of the law doesn't count. Now, if you have one of those people who has the digital printers, and you think, hey, I can get a file, I can print these things out and sell them and make money. You digital printing folks, you can also face felony charges. Now, currently, the fact that you've got digital files, and maybe you have them in your computer, haven't used them, but you have digital files that show you how to build these things on a digital printer, right now that's in litigation. If you want to get yourself involved in litigation all the way to the Supreme Court, hope you have a whole lot of money and a whole lot of time. And find out that you may be toting around something illegal, even have something illegal in your computer files, you could be in jail. So it's my cautionary tone to anybody out there with a semi-automatic pistol. Keep something else in mind. The state of California, a couple of years ago, literally banished the sale of certain Glock model semi-automatic pistols. Literally, they banished them, said, nope, it's illegal. You can't own them, can't sell them, can't have them. Glock panicked, had to create a brand new Glock version. I think it's called the Glock 5 series. They said people couldn't alter the triggers, couldn't alter the firing mechanism on these new Glocks. Apparently they can. And for people who owns an AR-15, you think you're immune? You're not. If you put an auto sear into your AR-15, those have been around for a long time, and turn your AR-15 into a fully automatic machine gun, well, guess what? You're facing the same potential charge. Now, here's the bigger thing for you to think about. Yes, California outlawed Glocks, but other states, if this becomes a real problem with people putting in these auto sears and changing all their handguns to fully automatic guns, other states will probably start outlawing pistols as well. And if you have a semi-automatic pistol, Imagine what would happen if your state where you live in says, nope, semi-automatic pistols are outlawed because people turn them into machine guns. Well, that's what could happen. I'm not saying it's going to, but it certainly could happen. Because if it happened in California, it could happen in any other state in the union. Imagine your semi-automatic pistol being outlawed. Could happen. So, you have been warned. Buying one of these auto Sears for your Taurus, for your Glock, for any of these switches on the Glocks, they are illegal. And the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms folks and the FBI are actively, and I mean very actively, looking for people who are selling them, possessing them. And if you think you can hide yourself on YouTube showing the videos, guess what? They'll find you. They'll identify you. And when they do, and you're caught with that, you are facing 10 years in the Gray Bar Hotel, and it ain't pretty. So you now know what's going on. Force trigger resets, auto Sears, Glock switches, 100% federally illegal by the National Firearms Act. If you want to go to prison for 10 years, buy one, have one, use one, you can find yourself sitting in a jail somewhere in the flats of Arizona and then paying a $250,000 fine. Yeah, I'm sure you have that in your back pocket. Just something to be aware of. If you're a new handgun owner, do not, I repeat, do not be deceived by thinking, well, they sell them, they must be legal. Nope. Just for having one, you could be in the Gray Bar Hotel. And now you know.